Hey everyone, this is vlog number 8 for me, and today I'm going to be answering a question that I think a lot of people have for those of us who are on T, for people who are thinking about going on T. The question is, why did I or does anyone decide to go on T? Um, to be super upfront, I identify as trans. I'm kind of figuring out if I'm non-binary still or if I do identify as a binary trans man. Either way, um, since I've really committed to and gotten really, really excited about top surgery, that was kind of one of the things that I knew that I wanted for myself. And I was a lot less sure about going on T. Um, my chest is an area of great dysphoria for me, the biggest area of dysphoria in my whole body. It's very um, physical dysphoria too. So it's not just like the idea of having a feminine chest, but like the feeling of it. I am someone who runs, I'm very active. Like the bouncing of this is, it just makes me cringe. I do not let my partner or anybody else like touch this area of my body. That thought makes me nauseous. Anyway, maybe another topic for another time. Back to the tea. I so I didn't think, I was like, oh, I don't know if like that's right for me. I have, I did a lot of research, a lot of reading of other people's experiences. Some things that I continued to come across were people saying stuff like, I wasn't sure if tea was right for me and I really like how I feel on it. And I was like, okay, like that's awesome. Um, a lot of people talked about how their head felt clearer and their anxiety went away, their mood improved, um, things like that. I haven't struggled a lot with mental health stuff, thankfully, in my life, but I could definitely see where I could have some of those similar results. And the other thing, and the main reason why I wanted to try it, is because I genuinely want some of the secondary sex characteristics that T brings on. Some of them I am very excited about. Some of them I am more curious and neutral about. And I would say at this point, having been on it for a couple weeks and had my voice change just slightly, my voice is the one that I was probably the most apprehensive about, because I know that my voice is a dead giveaway to the fact that I was assigned female at birth. It's also just something I've lived with my whole life. And to change that, I've gone through a lot more changes with my body. Not like massive changes, but I have had a child, so I've kind of dealt with like body changes and just aging. Aging changes your body. I haven't perceived aging changing my voice. And so I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, do I want to potentially have a different voice? And, you know, what I settled on was, your voice doesn't change that quickly. It's not like you take one dose of tea, wake up, and you have the voice of, a cis man. Like, that's not how it works. And, uh, and also, who knows? A lot of people have also said I wasn't sure how I would feel about my voice. And as it started to change, I became super excited. And so far, that's how I've felt, which is really cool. Um, so back to the reason. So back to my reasons for going on T. A lot of stuff with my transition has been, a lot of the choices that I've made have been kind of experimental, in that I wasn't sure I would like it and it was easily reversible. And I decided, hey, I'm going to go for this. The worst thing that happens is what? I decide to grow my hair back out. I decide that I don't like masculine clothes. I decide that, my other nickname, which I still use sometimes, is actually the right name for me and not Eli. Really, no harm done. T is a little bit more permanent than that, in that the changes a lot of the changes that it causes are not reversible. Top surgery, also not reversible. And I have not had top surgery yet, but I am in the process. I have a consultation. I have had a consultation, but it was for someone out of state, and I didn't end up going that route at the moment. So I'm still navigating that, but I'm very, very excited about top surgery. And that is permanent. And I have so much, like, I feel some people are kind of hesitant about top surgery. I am one of the people who is like, sign me up last week, get this done as soon as possible. And I do know that there can be emotional repercussions. Surgery is a big deal. I can't always foresee how I'll feel after, but I do know I'm confident in that choice. Tea to me is just another big choice, and it's a little bit of an experiment. Going on it, I very much like tracking how I feel. Is this improving my quality of life? If it isn't improving my quality of life, I'm not going to continue. I do still see, it won't change the fact that I still see myself as trans. I don't know if I didn't continue, if I would really be able to lean fully into what I'm exploring in terms of being like non-binary or a trans man. Especially the fact that I just know that I will never pass if I don't go on T, because of my voice and things like that. But and I'm very small, a very small petite person. But if I stay on it, if I feel good on it, then to me that's a lot of evidence that it's right for me. And it takes time to evaluate that. And it also doesn't. Like, tea is another big choice that you make in your life. And I've made a lot of big choices in my life so far. You can't always predict all of the repercussions of your choices. And sometimes there are moments of regret. However, the moments of regret are far outweighed by the moments of joy, euphoria, happiness, contentment that all the choices I've made so far in my life have resulted in for me. So I am someone who greatly trusts myself. I'm really in tune with my body. And yeah, I feel like I got to a point where I couldn't research anymore. I just had to try it for myself because, again, everyone reacts a little bit differently. And no amount of reading is going to help me decide if tea is right for me if I never actually try it. I think that, if I stay on it, that will be hard in some ways. And if I decide not to stay on it, that will also be hard in some ways. So I didn't go on it to solve a problem. I didn't go on it to just blanketly make my life better. I feel that our lives are complicated and no one entity or no one aspect of our life is the end all be all to our happiness. I have been a pretty happy person, living as a woman who just never felt like a connection to my womanliness, if that makes any sense. And the thought of things that tea could bring on for my body is like really exciting and like also like just magical. I mean, I can't believe that my body can take in this hormone and change as drastically as it's possible to do. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives an account of why I decided to start tea. And yeah, I really don't have any updates because I didn't update yesterday. So we'll see you another day. Bye.